Now, I know I said I wasn't going to do like a casual playthrough, but I think I'm going to do a casual playthrough with a focus on sort of being a guide. So kind of doing my own little playthrough and kind of showing how what I kind of going in detail about what the decisions I make and what I don't do and don't do. Just so, to stay alive. This world has vanilla settings, no wandering hordes. Um, there are some mods, a few small mods, which I will go over when I start the game. However, first I will go over some changes that I noticed. Well, I'll go over changes I noticed as I go along, but it's been a few months, so I'm just do a pretty much just normal playthrough of Cataclysm. Hopefully, going to with eventually plan on making a jack of all trades, kind of master of everything, to sort of showcase a bunch of the game's stuff in one life. So we have summary. So yeah, instead of having a point system now, it is a summary. I think I mentioned this in my tutorial of the game, or my first video. I mentioned how to not really worry about the point system too much and just use freeform if you really want to. Because now it is basically freeform with recommendations of how strong your character might be. So, with these in mind, we are going to leave our character default and evacuees to start. Profession, survivor. Background. Just because I love it, I'm going to grab parkour. I like parkour a lot. You can play without parkour, but it's just a little bit less convenient to get around zombies. Now, this is going to be a character with pretty good intelligence. Yeah, let's actually no. I'm so one of the mods I've enabled is stats through kills. So with enough zombie kills, he's going to be able to level up his stats, which a lot of people argue is overpowered. But remember, this game is you play this game to have fun. You don't need to play this game to be super difficult, and you don't need to play the game at its super difficult levels and like play impressively. Play the way you want. Play the way it's fun. So we're gonna do a default stat array, all eights, with stats through kills. So we'll progressively be able to level up our stats as we kill stuff. Now, because of this, we're going to grab some traits that'll help us out. So the first one we're going to grab is Fast Reader. Fast Reader isn't really important. You don't need it at all. Like, not one bit. It just saves you a little bit of annoyance. So let's do something a little bit more normal, or a little bit more strong. I want to make a strong character, so I can show off some of the game's like mechanics. Now I'm gonna grab robust genetics too, even though you should grab all that. You're gonna be so overpowered. That's almost the point, but I'm going to make my character more powerful in this playthrough specifically because I want to show off some of the more in-game things, and I want to get there more easily. Now, and to balance it out, I'm going to grab some negatives. I'm gonna grab far and nearsighted. If you get far and nearsighted, your character is limited to having to wear bifocals, which means so certain things you can't wear certain things over your glasses, which kind of helps, which kind of limits what you can wear. We're gonna get poor healer. Remember, these negative traits you don't need to grab. You can just grab the positives if you really want. It's a learning experience. We're gonna grab poor healer. We're also going to go up here and grab flimsy to reduce our max HP a little bit, just to balance things out a little bit. So we're going to have less HP. We're going to heal slower. We have far and nearsighted. We're also grabbing junk food intolerance, which kind of limits what we can eat. I'm doing this because I will show you other ways you can source food that isn't specifically just looting junk food out of vending machines and junk food out of houses. Junk food intolerance actually seems like it's difficult to deal with, but if you, it's not, it really isn't. But if you deal with it, the thing is, your character will be much healthier off because junk food is naturally in this game included not good for you, and your health will slightly suffer for it. But if you eat good, eat good food, and take vitamins and stuff every day, your health stat will be pretty high, which I'll explain when it's relevant. With that said, I think that's all we need. So these skills, we're not going to worry about these skills. We'll deal with it. Height, I'd like to make my character pretty tall, pretty young. So it doesn't matter it doesn't matter that much. But the older and shorter your character is, the less stamina they'll have. So if you want a meta game, quote unquote, make your character as tall and as young as possible. This used to be really overpowered. You could get some serious bonuses from that, but
I'm pretty sure the devs have nerfed that pretty hardly, as of recent or not recent, but in the past they've nerfed it, so it's not as good as it used to be. I don't remember the differences, so I'm just gonna pick Central Pillar. I don't remember. I never remember which of these is which.
so with that, we're gonna be a pretty strong character. The thing we start out with is athletics 1, which doesn't help that much. So if you remember my old guide, the first thing you want to do is just grab a plank and smash the crap out of all these. A smart player, which isn't me, would probably look out the window before doing all this. Or rather, they would smash this down. And go on the rooftop. If you go on the roof, and then you look down, so walk to the ledge, press E, press the direction of the ground, and pick peek down, and you can actually just have a peek around. So we'll check our corners. Make sure there's nothing immediately waiting outside our shelter. We know we're safe. So we're gonna smash up the rest of this stuff. Actually, I shouldn't smash up all these. That's not a good idea. I'll explain why in a minute, but smash more of these up to have more wood. So we have plenty of that now. So we're gonna drop this plank. We're gonna craft items. First things first, we're going to type in screwdriver. We need a hammer for that. Okay, we need to actually grab a plank again. My bad. Grab a plank. Go up here. Smash the solar panel. Haul the stuff down. Now if we search hammer, yeah, we have the chunks of steel now. So we're going to take down one of these curtains, tear down the curtain, bring the sheet and the string over here. We're going to cut these long string. Wait, do we not have a cutting tool? We do. Why can't we cut the string up? What? What? Why can't we cut the string up? I can't see it a craft. Oh, okay. That explains it. So we disassembled into 6 short strings. Next, I said we are going to make us a hammer. Just use the plank we had in our hands. Make a screwdriver and a makeshift crowbar with the pipes we found. So now that we have these things, the hammer, the crowbar, and the screwdriver, we're going to go ahead and just haul all the stuff from these other lockers and cabinets to the space over here. So we're condensing all of the loot in this building to that tile by the computer over there, where we're kind of sitting and crafting. Go down here, check the stuff in here because the bathrooms will have usually will have like first aid kits or something. This one doesn't. This one does. We'll grab the first aid kit. There's some more stuff in these. We'll haul this stuff up to up top. So if we look at food, we have 96 protein rations and we have 28 bottles of clean water. Sometimes the standing tank will have water in it. It has 25 units of clean water in it, which is not that bad. One playthrough recently I had after getting back into Cataclysm, the tank had like 250 units of water in it, or liters of water in it, which is absolutely nuts. We'll leave the tank up there. Normally I take it down and fill it full of water, and then use that for drinking stuff. But we have enough water. It's not that big of a deal. We'll eat a few of these protein rations. A small power substation. A mound of dirt, which I believe is probably an anthill. And then some little houses over here. So first off, since there's an LMOE shelter, actually let me do something real quick before we get moving. We're going to unload the first aid kit, drop the box, the book, the tape. We'll hang on to the rest. We'll drop the saline stuff too. Now we're gonna go head out for a minute. Actually, no. First, we're gonna go. We need to work on getting ourselves a weapon. So if you look, you can type in reach for weapons with a reach attack. This might take a while. But I'm dumb. You have to search reach attack. Otherwise, no, everything's gonna come up that has an attack range on it. You have the crude steel spear, the knife spear, the glaive, the long pointy stick, spike on a stick, the knife spear, long pointy stick has a pierce of 9, which isn't great. This would require some duct tape and like a knife, like a combat knife. Now you don't need a reach weapon. We could make like a bashing weapon, or a piercing weapon, like a pointy stick. Remember, I think we need like fabrication 1 or 2 to make a cudgel. So we're gonna go with probably. Honestly, I don't like any of these to be that honest. None of these are that good. So if we made a cudgel, we need fabrication 2. I thought so. We have fabrication 1 already. I guess we could do basic carpentry. Alright, so now that we did that, we can make a cudgel. We need melee 1 as well. Never mind. I forgot, we need melee 1 as well. We can also just use a stick or a pipe and use practice to train our melee to level 1, which took no time. So with melee level 1 and fabrication 2, you can make a cudgel out of a plank. It takes a minute, but we have a cudgel now. Which is 10 bash at 73 move cost, plus 2 accuracy, and has several techniques. It's really good. So we'll take the cudgel. Now, it is daytime, so we'll have to be a little bit careful. But we have parkour, we have quick, and we also have fleet-footed. So we're hard to catch. Like very little enemies in this early in the game will be able to catch us. The spiders might be able to. The ducks are faster than me, but not that they're gonna come after me. Zombie technicians. So zombie technicians are pretty slow. However, they have the ability to rip the metal or take metal stuff out of your hands. So be careful holding metal things around these zombies because they will take like guns and stuff out of your hands if it's made out of metal. Now, since they're faster than this technician here, as you see down here, with the view shift V menu, it says it's much slower than us. We know we're a lot faster than he is. So by this logic, we can hit him, step away, let him approach us, hit him again, and kind of do this dance. And there's very little he can do to keep up with us. However, best way to deal with these dudes is to lure them over to a bush like this. Let him come to us. This bush has 400 move cost. He's going to spend a lot of his several turns in a row to get in here. We're going to hit him like 3 or 4 times. Like that, and back away, and he still has to like pay his debt before he can move again. Now they do like to destroy bushes like that. Exactly what I was just talking. I was going to bring up. Okay, he went for a grab. We broke the grab, fortunately. So we got away from the grab. Now some enemies. Oh, he dropped an actual hammer, and then ID card. We're gonna drop our makeshift hammer. The normal hammer has 3 hammering, 1 fine hammering, 1 prying, 1 nail prying. This only has 2 hammering. Makeshift hammer is worse than a normal real hammer, of course. I don't want to haul this crap. Rest of his stuff is kind of whatever. I don't really care about the rest of his junk. But that's how you like defeat enemies in early game combat. I see potentially a vehicle on the mini map in the bottom right. We're gonna lure this technician over here, and we're gonna beat him up too. Of course, our melee skills are really bad, so we're gonna be missing a lot. Yeah, our Kudjo's getting really damaged. So also, I noticed that there's fungaloids in the area inside the substation as well. So we need to keep this in mind. There are fungaloids near our shelter that we were gonna set up our base at. Fungaloids have the ability to spread really rapidly, I believe. Or is that disabled by default? Okay, fungaloids can't rapidly like take over areas anymore, but they used to be able to do that. Now, fungaloids themselves, you want to avoid. They're not a threat in melee combat, but they have the ability to grow exponentially really quickly. So we do want to kind of avoid this area when possible because we don't want them to be active in our, you know, they don't we don't want them to be loaded in basically and spreading fungaloids everywhere because that would get very annoying very quickly. Yeah, see, I messed up and got grabbed and bit or scratched, I guess. So it's dumb. Cordless drill. Wouldn't really need that. But I do want to look at the there's another technician up there. Okay, this car is not gonna work. We will go in here. We just don't want to pick a fight with the fungaloid. Let's see what's in there before I decide to break in. There's a pipe, a metal file set, a funnel, flashlights, microelectric motor. Okay, I don't really need to go in there. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna go up here and check out this LMOE shelter. Bobcats. Bobcats are dangerous, aren't they? Or what am I thinking of? Is it bobcats? I am mistaken. No, there's an LMOE shelter up here. I'll save it. Oh, we're gonna be careful because there are sometimes traps around here. Also, going through the forest is dangerous, as I may have said in one of my videos. No soliciting. So this is something we really can't pass through because the door is shut and we have no way in. However, we want to keep this in mind because this, if we have a jackhammer or something similar, we can dig through this earth and get into the LMOE shelter really easily. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll come back to that for sure because that's a not really nice place to set up a base. So we'll keep that in our mind. There's a big crater over there that just spawned. Bunch of spiders over there. We're gonna not aggravate the spiders. That would not be wise. Drink. We're gonna drink. We're gonna eat a little bit. Like that. Real quick. What just happened? My game minimized. That's really weird. All right. Anyways, we're gonna put an adhesive bandage on our right leg. We don't really need to we don't need to invest too much medication into it, but we do want to put an adhesive bandage on it because we took a hit, and we want to get it healing up as soon as possible. So, with that done, it's now time to plan our next move. So we could try to see how the outskirts of this town up here is going. If there's not a lot of zombie population, we could try to sneak into town and loot a few things. So we'll go check out that town.
Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to kill the zombie soldiers at the moment.
I don't really have like something that can hit him through his armor. I also wanted to use my makeshift crowbar. Which I guess we could use a makeshift crowbar. So our cudgel's damage is kind of actually cudgel can hit armor targets as well. Just a little bit. So we can try. Actually, they're busy with that. They're after me now though. So if we can lure them away. Because they're all slower than us. Zombie soldier didn't come with them. So if we go way down here and we let them catch up to us, we can outrun them. All we have to do now is just lure them really far away. And eventually they just lose track of us. As long as we want to get in their line of sight again, they should just chill there until something else distracts them. Generally, this doesn't work very well, but I'm kind of showing it off as a kind of way you can get them to do what you want. You have to be a little bit careful though, because they could come back to get you. Now there's more zombies. We're gonna see if we can lure them over here and maybe pick a few of them off. This is a fat zombie. He's much slower than us. We have really nowhere to fight him, so we're gonna lure him over this bush. He's being really annoying. Okay, well he tried to grab us, but we did dodge it. Typically, you want to play a lot safer. I'm playing a little risky just because, yeah, I'm lazy. But come on, come on. Anyways, I'm gonna cut. I'll get back to you when this dude's dead. He's dead. Our weapon kind of sucks, unfortunately. We don't have a real weapon. We have a cudgel, just like a piece of wood. But using our terrain to our advantage, we can kill quite a few enemies you wouldn't expect. If we tried to sneak into to the buildings up there, they would see us. However, we can probably sneak our way into here. and we won't be seen. Yeah, because that zombie over there doesn't see us. So we're gonna loot this house real quick. Maybe we'll get lucky and find a better weapon here. Not likely, but you know, one can dream, I suppose. Grab some soap. Guess we're gonna clean off something. Let me check. Do we grab a towel? Wash hard items. Yeah, let's grab a sponge too, just in case we're gonna wash off a hard item if zombie drops. Car virus guide is useless. White dust mask. We could equip a dust mask, but we don't really need any of that stuff. What we're really looking for in these like clothing space places like dressers and stuff is we're looking for like backpacks. Okay, there's a zombie like I think on our trail. So we're gonna get out of there. We're gonna close these. Yeah, there's something definitely broke into this house. So we need to keep an eye on that. Let's see, there's a frying pan, which isn't a great weapon. A Dutch oven. Yeah, I'm sure that's a great weapon. We want to grab just food. Food, juice, yogurt, stuff like that. A steel frying pan. Extension cord, a cast iron pot. Let's grab a cast iron pot just so we have boiling. Yeah. Cast iron pots are required for boiling water and stuff. So we do want one of those. Grab the battery and the strings. Batteries and long strings are nice because they're used for a lot of crafting. Just looking through all the stuff. There's a basement. Grab the duct tape for sure. PC mag. Book of first aid, that's good. Baker's companion is not that great. PC mag, I don't remember ever seeing that one. Yeah. Probably electronic, I don't know. Electronic. Oh, we can't close these. Uh-oh. Did I just actually or maybe just alerted something by closing those curtains. Alright, we're gonna do Shift X to peek. We're gonna press page down to look down the basement. There's nothing immediately down there. There's a dog down here. We're gonna run back up the stairs and shut the damn door. We're not gonna go down there after all. Change of mind. There's a Z9 down there, which a Z9 is a dog in Kevlar. We're gonna sneak out this side of the house. There's a grocery store here, but I can see it's already been looted. I'm not gonna bother. There's a garage up here, and some other houses, and a doctor's office. But I'm pretty sure those are gonna be populated. We can see some of the loot up there. We're not sure if it's. Oh well, that rebar. There's a rebar. There's a microwave. So there's not much we can really do at the moment. So, I mean, in town, there's not much we can do because we don't really have a way of dealing with those zombies. We can check this house up here, see if the other house on the outer skirts of town has something because usually on the outskirts of town there's less zombies. Oh yeah, there's a toxic waste dump right there. I think a zombie just like caught sight of us. Cause this one's coming towards us. It's heading towards the toxic place. Yeah, he saw us. He went to the place where he went to the last location he saw us and stopped there. So we're gonna sneak around up here. There's quite a few zombies over there. A zapper zombie included. Alright. We'll see what we can accomplish going into the town at night. Because right now there's not much we can do in that town during the daytime unless we just wanted to play the outrun the zombies video game. That's a ruined LMA shelter, or that's a ruined evac shelter full of zombies. We're gonna back off. We don't want the zombies to come after us. The Fly's gonna run from the zombies and lure them deeper into the forest. So we'll head through this way and avoid the LMA shelter because it's gonna have zombies in it. Yeah, it's got a fat zombie, like a runner zombie, a feral. Yeah, we're gonna not go in there. I'm gonna keep exploring. I'll get back to you if I find anything interesting. All right, so I'm back. I did a little bit exploring. I did a little exploring up here. I didn't find much, and I hit a wall. I hit a place up here where there's Mygos, there was a Mygo running into the fort, running around up there. So I kind of backed off for now. I went back down, messed around a little bit with crafting, and I made it. I went and found a young tree in the forest up here. I smashed it down with the cudgel, and I crafted the long stick. Yeah, these young trees. I smashed it down with a cudgel, got a long stick, crafted the long stick into a quarterstaff. So now we have a decent weapon. A better cudgel, basically. So it's much more accurate. I want to see if I find the zombie soldier. Yeah, if I can find and kill that zombie soldier, we'll be pretty good off. Well, the problem is now the quarterstaff is just going to get worse and worse and worse. Until it won't kill the the zombie soldier anymore. Found an adjustable wrench, which is nice. That's a pretty important item if we want to mess with vehicle stuff. I think there's a zombie down here. Yeah, there's a zombie down here. In that room right there. Fit over sunglasses and bifocals. I'll take both of those. Yeah, it's in the bathroom. Let's wear the fit over sunglasses so we can not be blinded by the sunlight. Yep, that's a fat zombie. We're gonna leave him alone. You know, one important point about survival in this game is don't take fights unless you have to. Speaking of which, I'm probably gonna get into a fight I don't need to get into right now, just because I want to fight something. What if you peek? Okay. Something's going on in here. Oh, panicked person. Grab the multi-tool. That's a nice find. Military rucksack is a really good find. It's almost broken, but we'll wear it anyways. We're going to unload our messenger bag. We're gonna take off our messenger bag. We're not going to drop it. We're gonna take it off in case our rucksack gets broken. We'll have a backup bag. We need to keep in mind our torso encumbrance is getting up there now, so our accuracy is going to be a good bit lower now. But the quarterstaff's accuracy bonus should make up for that. It's what, +2 right now? +3 still, okay. I thought it was +2 because it broke slightly. Grab a little bit more soap. Grab some more like painkillers and alcohol wipes and multivitamins. More soap, just so we have plenty of soap to clean stuff with. What's going on in here? Oh, jeez. Don't mind me, gentlemen. I don't want to be in this house anymore. Wait, this is moped work? The scooter? No, the scooter is ruined. Okay, well, that's a really dangerous house. We would die if we went in there. Wait, what were they fighting? A giant woodlouse. Oh, it's a giant bugs. I broke that way too hard. Let's go upstairs, where it's less dangerous. Wait, what is this? This is a garage. Oh, okay. I was really confused that this had an upstairs. That looked like this. Orange soda. It's junk food, so we can't drink that. Wasp guards. I don't now see wasps. I don't want to be up here anymore. Wasps are pretty nasty. Tool belt. We don't really need a tool belt. This is one of the better garages. Welding tanks, welding goggles. I'll grab welding goggles. Drive belts. Welding and metallurgy, if I'm even pronouncing that right. A welding tank and acetylene torch. We'll take the acetylene torch. Actually, wait. With the acetylene torch,
We can go back to that bracing rod. Welding wire. We can go take a look at that
what's it called? At the LMOE shelter, we can cut our way to the LMOE shelter with an acetylene torch. Welding tank with acetylene. So yeah, we loaded the acetylene torch with the big with the big acetylene tank. So now it's like really heavy. So let's unload the acetylene torch and then drop the tank. We're gonna load the small acetylene torch in there. Power lathe, screwdriver set. We'll take that. Welding blanket, welding goggles, another thing, a jumper cable. Yeah, this is a good find. We're getting lots of vehicle part or stuff for vehicles. Welding wire and welding rods and stuff. Welding stuff is really important if you ever plan on having like a really Oh yeah, you'll need a lug wrench too if you plan on working on vehicles and working on stuff like you know anything long term. There's an arc welder in here. We'll grab the arc welder for sure. More brazing rods, more welding rods. We'll take all of those. A bow saw. Bottle jack, a hammer, car battery, or a plastic jerry can. Locking pliers. Do we need those? No. We'll take the motor oil because I think there's some crafting we can do with that. That might be kind of neat. 2 liter metal tank and another acetylene torch. Collapsible mop and soap in here. Now, if you're lucky, sometimes there's a welding cart in these places. There's an engine crane. Let's see, welding tank plus crane. All right, we're gonna mark that. We're gonna note that down so we remember that there's a an engine crane in here. I'm being pretty careless while looting during the day, but I will remind you that considering my character's speed, I'm not afraid of any of the current zombies. There's very few zombies that could pose a threat to me at the moment. We're gonna be careful though. Anyways, we're gonna leave out the back door where we came from. There's a gun store, a skate park, some other houses up here too. There's a rural house up here. What was that T? I don't remember what that T is. Trailhead. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that looks like a trailhead. All right. I guess we could carry that tank back. Just to have it in our base, the big welding tank. Let's unload the acetylene torch, reload the acetylene torch with the big tank. It takes up a lot of space in our backpack. I'm gonna update the note here. Engine crane and vehicle parts. All right, so make that note here so we remember to come back here if we ever need an engine crane or if we need miscellaneous vehicle parts like drive belts and whatnot because there was a lot of drive belts and stuff inside that place. Zombies saw us. I don't want to. I'm gonna go up here a little bit just so they don't go directly towards the shelter I'm staying at. We're gonna go back to our shelter now. Yeah, we're a little over encumbered, as you hear by our breathing. We're gonna drop. We're gonna unload the acetylene torch. So it drops the tank. We're gonna load the acetylene torch with a small tank. We're gonna drop the rest of the stuff we don't need anymore. We don't need right now. Make space for other stuff. Yeah, we got a lot of welding rods, which is extremely nice. I kind of hate the pocket system sometimes. How it like to hide stuff. That's kind of annoying when you want to just like clear your inventory. We'll drop our welding goggles and our bifocals down here, just our spare bifocals. What's in this backpack? Oh, the welding stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll drop all this stuff. I think now we can make a few more things. What if we searched well made? So we searched well made. It should tell us all the highly durable weaponry we can make. A bow. Yeah, I could make a bow if I had filing. We don't have a file though, which is unfortunate. Scrap knuckles. Scrap knuckles you put on your hand and you punch stuff with it, and it increases your damage by just hitting stuff with your bare hands. We can make pipe maces. Pipe maces. But all these weapons aren't that durable, so we can't really rely on them too much. Generally, the cudgel is kind of like one of your better like fallback weapons, just because it's really easy to make, and it can kill pretty basic zombies. There's also the pipe mace, but you have to be careful because stuff like the pipe mace and the quarterstaff are slower to attack with than, let's say, the cudgel. So the cudgel's got an attack speed of base attack speed of 81 with with rapid strike, which is like half the speed, so it's twice as fast. So that can really add up. The quarterstaff also has rapid strike, but its attack speed is 103. So if you don't rapid strike and if you miss, the recovery time is going to be quite a bit, and you could be hit mid recovery time if you're not careful. And nail bat, we need a baseball bat for that. See, our problem is we don't really have a good way of dealing with armored like zombies, like zombie soldiers, for example. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We're kind of looking for a solution to that. Well, like I said earlier, the main reason why I want to focus on trying to kill zombie soldiers is because you can get a combat knife from them, and a combat knife is incredible. It's such a good weapon, and it's so easy to obtain. There's practice we can do to like improve our skills a little bit, like dodge beginner, so we can get our dodge level 1, make avoiding hits a little bit easier. We can turn our athletics if we wanted to level 2, healthcare to level 1 if we wanted to. We can level up carving to speed up some of our crafting, level review skill. What we want though is we want to work on improving our fabrication, but we would need some other method of training that right now that we don't have. There are bows, but bows are like very bad unless you like hard focus like your build or your character like into being bows. And even then with a lot of practice, you'll need a lot of training and a lot of very specific things to make it work well. Unfortunately, it's not an early game solution. I remember throwing sticks used to be extremely powerful. They kind of like destroyed them balance wise. Like they got nerfed really hard. It makes sense. Like it completely makes sense. Like they were really broken. I'm not blaming any developers for that. Because of our bad melee skill, we want to specifically use weapons that have a plus bonus to their accuracy. It'll make up for our lack of accuracy, like our lack of skill. As we get more levels in these, we'll be better off at dealing with like enemies without having to rely on inaccurate weapons. However, there is a pipe spear you can make. So if we make a basic pipe spear, we can drop the quarterstaff. We can pick up the basic pipe spear, and we can make reach attacks with it. And a reach attack is basically attacking from a space where you're not. Like you can attack an extra space away, basically. I'm gonna go fight one of these zombies to demonstrate that. Because with our speed, it'll be very easy to basically kite zombies. I'm trying to just get one of their attention at a time. Yeah, I think the other zombie's going after the aphids. So we're not letting him get 2 tiles away like that. He's in range of our spear now. Remember, press F, and it brings up like a shooting menu. If we press Enter, we'll make the attack. The strategy is to stand, 2 spaces away, make a spear attack, and then back away. So these pipe spears are pretty easy to make. They require pipe fittings, which is pretty easy to obtain. You just smash sinks to obtain pipe fittings. We're gonna kill this zombie over here just for some practice. You have to be careful though, because if you miss with the spear, it'll actually like pretty negatively like affect you. So this pipe spear in hand. Oh yeah, we can actually fix this with an arc welder. I think. I want to go damage this so we can try and fix it. We don't have a spear step, unfortunately. Not mine. Let's go stab this zombie. Stab up this zombie too. No, you want to attack once and then step away. You don't want to push it. Because if you miss on your second attack, you're probably getting hit. Because they're probably gonna have enough time to get up there and hit you before you recovered from your miss. So you need to be very careful when you miss. Because when you miss, if I've explained it, when you miss, there's a long period of recovery. Or there's a longer period of recovery if you miss a melee attack. It's slower than hitting them with the attack. Oh, you know what? I should mark this house on the map. I'm gonna mark this on the map, horde in here, so we know to avoid that house like the plague. Now, I'm gonna kind of show off how strong you can actually be if you play well. Does this go down multiple levels? This does. Okay, so actually, there's a really good way of dealing with zombies. You see this crater here? We're gonna do the crater trick to deal with these zombies. So we're gonna lure all these zombies over here. And a lot of them are just going to end up running off into the pit, and we'll never see them again. Some zombies are smart enough to go around the pit. Zombie runners, for example, will go around the pit. They'll path around the pit. They'll be a problem. Dogs aren't going to be. Once again, we just lure them over here. The dog's going to run off in the pit. Never mind. I'm stupid apparently. The runner literally just ran off and just vanished in the pit. So general rule of thumb as well is to if you don't have to fight them, don't. However, since we have stats through kills enabled, we kind of want to fight them because the more enemies we kill, the more stat points we'll be able to get.